Hey guys, welcome back to Sendrith. Literally Sendrith this time, because we're actually playing Sendrith, which we don't often do. We got ourselves a group here at the temple camp in City of Mist, and we're just doing the old classic cleric thing. Now that we're level 41, we are able to complete heal. And that's basically all we're doing because, well, the tank doesn't have a ton of HP, even buffed, so we're kind of having to CH more often and therefore using more mana. But that's how it goes. Ranger tanks, at least they hold aggro like a dream for the most part. But he's going to leave soon, and the monk is going to be picking up the tank job. We don't find any tanks right now. But again, we're level 41. We took advantage of the event zone to get, I think, here from like 36. I think that's what I was sitting at, 35 or 36 to 41. We wanted to push the cleric to get to that level 39 CH 60% rezzes. And now I'm thinking, like, now that the event's over and leveling's real slow, Miana, I'm still focusing on Miana because we still got like 5 days left where the coins can drop. And if she can get a gold coin, and if she can get down to the king camp and get like a fungi staff, then I could also make a fungi staff tradable, and then I would be able to give a twink a fungi tunic and a fungi staff. I'm thinking a monk. I've never done that, but I've heard rumors of how cool that is to do, so I'm leaning towards trying to pull that off, which would be cool. But once that's done, then really, like, Miana, there's no reason to rush her. She's high enough to play with all the 60s and hold her own, do a good job, and be a valuable member of the team. Yeah, I want to get to 60 at some point, but really no rush, especially with all the cool stuff you can do in Velius while you're leveling anyway. So next biggest thing is probably to level this guy, get 75% rezzes at level 44, 90% rezzes at level 49, so that way when we are playing with the boys and somebody does die, we have the ability to give them their XP back. But we're doing really good right now. Oh, looks like the tank is done. He is done. So let's, now we're going to be healing the monk. No more complete heals, I think. And we're going to have to be really careful nuking, like we just nuked. But we might steal aggro, so we have to wait until they're down a bit. And yeah, just grinding up. Settling back into the normal EQ life that is not event zone life. Right. I think what we're going to do here to help with the monk DPS issue is we are going to throw in some stuns to mitigate damage a bit. Need cleric buffs there, Canis. I think he said he doesn't have any HP buffs on right now, so we definitely should be getting on top of that. I'm not sure. Sorry, trying to like play and talk at the same time. I had some stuff I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, about my channel. I kind of want to talk a little bit about the videos, you know. I feel like I'm posting too many groups with the boys. But there are some people who love to watch those. Like, they put them on in the background when they're working and they listen to the banter. But I think generally for people who aren't like really that close to, you know, with me and the boys, they probably find videos like this where I'm doing a monologue to be more interesting to listen to than just listening to some guys hang out and talk to each other while they're playing EQ. So what I'm thinking I'm going to try to be a little more selective. But I'm also thinking... Thank you, sir. I'm also thinking as well that I should get those out there anyway. You know, some people like to see them. So I noticed that Classic is doing like a members thing where he's got members paying like $1 to a month to his channel if just to show support, and they get some special videos, which so far I think has just been him like, you know, saying hello and talking. He's not like paywalling any of his actual play videos. But I was thinking, the thing is, I live in China, right? And so here I am with YouTube Premium, and I don't have any income coming from China. I mean, I don't have any income in America, right? So it's a little tricky with the fact that I'm slowly getting charged for a few things. Like, for example, one of those is YouTube Premium. Another is a Kindle subscription that I have for Kindle books that I use in my classes with my kids. I like to have a nice library of stuff I can read to them. And also, I pay for Xbox Game Pass so I can play online with my friends. So I got like $40 worth of charges. And what I have to do is I have to transfer a chunk of money to America from China, and in transferring I lose on the exchange. I have to pay a fee, and you know they got this new thing in America now where you can't transfer more than $600 without the IRS needing to like verify the money. And I am let's just say I'm wanted by the IRS. Let's just say that, from before China as well. So last time I didn't know about the 600 limit thing, and I sent like 1,500, and it got held up for like a month, which was horrible because I was late on a payment for my credit card, and then they took 450 of like 1,500. It was ridiculous. And so now I can only send 600, or like if I'm going to send like 590 at a time, and they're going to be, you know, they're going to be taking a piece of that action, right? Oh no, they're not going to be taking a piece of that, but I'm going to have to pay a piece of that in a transfer fee every time, and I'm losing money on the exchange rate every time. So it's really kind of a bummer the more often I have to do it. So I was thinking, you know, maybe I think the people who like to watch the boys videos, they're kind of more either the boys themselves or they're diehard fans, right? So maybe if they wouldn't mind paying that $1 a month, that would keep the people who are just kind of lightly interested in the channel. They're more interested in the interesting videos, not just watching a group grind. I don't want them to get turned off from the channel because so many videos for a long time are just the boys grouping, right? I'd rather they don't see those videos at all, since they maybe don't like them. And then when I do put out a video like this where I'm sharing some thoughts, or I'm showing an interesting camp, or I'm doing an interesting solo grind and I'm sharing my strategy, they want to see those videos. And so they will only see those videos, and the people who want to do the boys thing, want to see the boys thing, they pay that $1 a month, and then they get the membership thing. Or maybe I don't even need to paywall it. Maybe I can just make it member thing. You can be a member if you want, and that would just be a way for you to choose whether you want to see those boys adventure videos that I've been starting to do more of lately. Because a lot of my playtime at this point is that it is boys adventuring, to be honest. It seems like most of the time I log on, there's a friend or two that's down to play, because I got too many friends now in this game. You know what I mean? So I end up doing groups with the boys and being on Discord, and that's a whole different vibe to the video. So, so I want to have less of that and more of videos like this, or even better than this, more videos of like me going to some interesting spot or doing some interesting quest. I like to watch those videos back, and I don't watch all my videos back, but I like to watch those videos back, like the Interux snare necklace quest. That was a long one, but I watched it back. And the what was the one I did recently, totemic armor quest on the shaman? That was a long one, but I watched that one back too. Like, those videos I find to be more interesting, you know, more attractive. I wish I could say I watched all the boys' adventure videos back, and I watch classics usually, but even honestly, not even all of classics recordings of our adventures together. I don't know, like I think that's what makes me think this, because I like the videos with the rant more for some reason. So now here I am. I'm wondering, this monk says he's got like 1600 HP. I'm wondering if it's worth complete healing him. I don't think it is. I do not think so. So yeah. We want to get Sendrith up to 44, obviously first. And then 49, although the 40s are a tough grind. Mero just hit 48, and wow, I forgot how slow XP is in the 40s, because they increased the level cap from 50 to 60, right? So then the 40s doesn't feel like it's that bad, because the 50s are so bad, but that doesn't mean the 40s are not bad. The 40s are still pretty freaking rough, dude. I think I was in a decent group at the moat camp, getting like 17% an hour. I think we could definitely do better than that, but still, I mean, look at us right now, 41. This group is rocking it, 34% an hour. So there is no easy path now. We're just gonna have to accept that for sure. Looks like a token dropped. I don't have one apparently. Maybe I should roll on it. Do I have a pouch? Let me see. Do I have a pouch? I do have a pouch. Did they already roll? Did I miss the roll? I think I will roll on it, because if we get the random luck of getting the other token, we could get ourselves a complete weight reduction bag, and that would be really helpful on this cleric. Very helpful indeed. Oh, I'm gonna have to throw another heal out. Okay. I reported my mana as 69, and then I said after my own mana report, I was like, that's what she said. And then I roll 0 to 444, and I roll a 69. I don't know what's going on, boyos, but I am hot tonight. I am hot tonight. I'm ready for love. Oh, baby, I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. Oh, baby, I'm ready for love. Sorry. Just gotta have, gotta have some karaoke in every video now. It's like my thing now, I guess. It's my thing. We're gonna blast this guy because we have decent enough mana. And I want to do some deeps. So I heard an interesting thing about Everquest. You know how that term mob? You're like, oh, pull that mob, or there's 2 mobs coming. Well, I have a friend who's a real stickler about, the Constitution and principles and purity of language and society's degrading, and I sympathize with that to a degree, but not to the it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers him. Like, I agree, but I'm like, whatever. That's basically sums it up. And but he's all like, I'm not gonna. Why do you keep calling it a mob? A mob refers to a plural group. And I'm like, well, that is a good question. Why do we call it a mob? That is interesting. You know? You ever think about that? A mob is like a big group of angry people, or they don't have to be angry, but you know, it's not a singular noun. So then, interestingly enough, someone else I was talking about, I think with Wolftar, and he explained to me that it was part of the original like coding. The guy who was like coding the game, he used an acronym MOB, capital M, small O, big B. He used an acronym, and that's why we call them mobs. And nobody even knows it to this day. Nobody knows what the full term was. It was in like an Everquest textbook that was given to people or sold or something. I don't know, remember all the details. Maybe you do. You can share in the comments. It was in some sort of Everquest book, and it was supposed to be fleshed out from the acronym to the full term, but it wasn't. And then that's what got released. And I think to this day, people are not quite sure what was actually meant by mob, you know, but it's still what we say. So it's interesting. Um, you know, that's interesting. Enough said. Oh, getting some lag. Resisting my stun. Well, that's wonderful. He's not even a fog golem. It's like, what the heck, man? So, oh, something else I wanted to talk about, and I hope enough of my viewers are still listening. You know, over here in China, the school system gets really extreme, and it's really stressful for the kids. So we're hoping that at least, or at least by the time that my eldest is going to go to high school, if not sooner, we want to make the transition back to America. But the biggest problem with that is how to support myself and the family in America, right? Um, Teaching English in kindergartens doesn't translate too well to America. I mean, I could be a teacher, but I don't see that income supporting a family of 5 because I have 3 children, right? Um, Now we're thinking about like Florida. That's because we have some friends that are moving to Florida. We got a community of close friends and a spiritual community that I would like to be near in Florida. So Florida is the spot we're looking at. But I'm wondering, and keep in mind, whatever I have to do to get ready for the job that I would transition to, I got to do here in China while I'm teaching a lot, you know. So keeping that in mind, I'm looking for any ideas you guys have of what would be a good, you know, what would be a good career to step into that would provide enough money that would have enough of a market so where I can actually get a job, you know what I mean? Um, what I'm thinking right now is I'm leaning most towards coding. And now I know that's, you know, everybody's and their mama is talking about going into coding, it seems like, right? But the thing about that is my friend says that he has a friend who did like a coding boot camp in 2018 or 19, not even that long ago, and now he's making like 140,000 a year. See, I thought about coding before, then I thought, nah, it's probably oversaturated at this point, because who's not a coder these days, right? But then it sounds like, does anybody have any experience or direct, you know, knowledge of coding and the coding job market? Like, is that a viable option? And now I have time to prepare. 3-4 years. Coding is wonderful in that sense because it's something I can prepare for at home on the computer. You know, I don't need to go to a school. I don't need to go outside. Honestly, my dream job would be piloting. I would love to fly planes. That would be so cool, but I don't see that happening. The cost and the time sink, it's just nothing I can do right now. And I was ramping up to try to be a lawyer. I got my undergraduate degree online from the University of Illinois Springfield, and then I studied and took the LSAT, and I think I did a good job, but they needed some written portion to release your results. You had to, and I was like, at that point, between taking the test and finding out about this written portion, I'd already thought about it, and I was like, this is not really going to happen. And the reason was because I would have to go to law school online for like 3 to 5 years, and the cost of the law school would have been tremendous. And then I would be 41, 42, 43, starting a new career in law with a whole bunch of debt. And I'm like, I can't really justify that, you know. At this point, we hadn't really decided to make the move yet, right? So I couldn't justify. I need to be more helpful to the enchanter here. In fact, I keep wasting mana giving him superior heals that cap him out. Let's give him a Valor on the next time he needs HP. Does he have another break? Jesus. Let's give him a Valor. Make sure he's got... I don't think he had that yet. Okay. Well, now he does. Give him some extra mana. Okay, no inch pet for a little while. Oh, sorry. So, I kind of forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, why didn't I? And yeah, I'd have a bunch of debt and I'd be starting as a fresh lawyer like age 42. I know it, and then I was thinking, when I start, I'm going to be working so much. You know what I mean? Lawyers have to work so many hours. And what kind of toll would that take on my family life and my spiritual life? Like trying to do my chanting practice and reading books about beautiful, beautiful books about Radha Krishna. So I decided against it. And so my options that I'm looking at right now are like coding, uh, paralegal work, working with lawyers, but again, that's much lower incomes. I think the average is like 60K. So what I'm really thinking about is coding. Let me just say that straight out. And I'm also looking for other good viable options. Truck driving, maybe, but at my age, I don't know. And I don't know if I want to do that, be away from the family that long. Something I could do from home would be preferable. Or not from home, but you know, like staying near home, not having to travel so much. Unless it's piloting. I would love to do that. But also probably too late for that as well. So thinking coding, and I'm wondering anybody who has experience with the market, how is the market? How will the market be in 5 years? Do you think is it a good idea? Can I, if I get good at coding, because I can have time to prepare, learn the languages, and make a sample website and stuff. Like, is there going to be enough of a market for me to get a job without any work experience, but having like being certified and prepared in that sense? And will it pay a decent amount of money? Any questions like this? And aside from coding, if you think I don't know anything about coding, but I know about this other thing, please do share. Do share because I am interested in other possibilities, but I'm having trouble thinking of them. Like maybe I should get a teaching license, which is doable online, and then I could be a teacher. But again, I think we're not looking at the greatest salary. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me know in the comments or send me a message if you're on my Discord, or you know, let me know if you have any thoughts or information about coding or about another possible venue of income I could explore. I'm all ears, but I need to get ready in the next 3 or 4 years. My son's in 2nd grade. It would be cool to be ready by the time he's in 6th grade to make the move a little earlier. So it's going to be a slow grind. And another thing is we don't get to play... Sorry, back to Everquest. Cleric's going to be a slow grind. And another thing about it is that we don't get to play the Cleric very much. I got to start using Quarm tools again, because I need to keep track of the buffs. They don't last forever anymore. So I'm going to fire up Quarm tools real quick. Where is it? EQ... Where is Quarm tools? I don't see it. There we go. Now it's not going to hit on this round of buffs, but it will on the next one, I think. Just got to activate it here. We got spells up. Let's see if we can find the spell window. Triggers. There we go. I wonder if they updated the software yet, because it's kind of buggy. Like I like to see the actual times like listed, like the minutes left on buffs, and it's very easy for those to like get pushed out of the window. I wish I could show you what I'm talking about, but I can't because I couldn't get it to show up on my recorder unless I record the whole screen, but I don't like to do that. I like to have it just record the game, so when I go to look at a browser or something, it doesn't do anything to what you're seeing. Because a lot of times when I do look at a browser and I put it on display, well, if I did record screen, I wouldn't have that problem. Like I've had throwaway videos because I added a window of a browser, and I was like, here, let's look at this real quick, and then I went back to the game, but I forgot to bring the viewer back to the game, so I'm sitting there talking and playing, and they're just seeing like 3/4 of the screen covered by a browser window, and I was like, this one's burned. Shiftless deeds. Wow. He's using shiftless deeds? Using shiftless deeds? Yeah. That's slow. If he's using that slow, I want to recommend... I can see it on my spell tracker. See, the thing is about... With Miana, I use tepid deeds. Such a Z's is a huge cost. Oh, he's... Yeah, he's using tepid deeds, actually. I was going to recommend using tepid. But he is, and the spell tracker is just picking up shiftless for some reason. See, that's another reason. See, look, it needs an update. Some of the spells are off. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed this. I think some of the timing's off, too. But for some reason, we're rocking it now. It must be the slows. I think the slows are helping a lot. Let's get rid of Holy Might here. Let's get a lower heal. Let's go with a greater heal so we can... Sometimes these casters are getting beat on. So I want them to be buffed. Anyway. Oh, I forget what I was talking about now. So yeah, Quarm Tools is on. But I'm not going to see the durations until the next cast, so... Who flip? A 44 monk now. Alright, so we got a 44 monk. Who might be tanking some of the aggro. Uh-oh, we're lagging out. Lagging out. There we go, we recovered. Been having some weird connection issues lately. Got another token. We roll 56. Oh. Yeah, and the thing, it thinks I have clarity too. This is weird. Why is the trigger picking these incorrect details up? I wonder if it's affecting its sense of duration. Alright, so now we're really rocking. Heals are almost unnecessary, so we gotta get out. We don't have any need for complete heal, so we're gonna get out our single target nuke here. I'm gonna have to log soon. I'm just playing during the short window of time that my wife is making dinner. So, popping some XP in. So I gotta find a rep now. So I wanted to make a video since we haven't done a Sendrith grind in a while. Haven't done much group with the PuG group, where you can see some group play, but I get to just talk because I'm not on Discord with anybody. And I wanted to do kind of an update on how things are. I really wanted to ask you guys' advice because I'm really uncertain, because if I spend all this time getting into coding and then I find out, you know, the market's saturated and nobody's hiring anybody, and if anybody's getting hired, it's people who already have years of experience, and if it's like that, you know what I mean? I want to know. Or if it isn't like that, but someone's a coder, they're like, well, the thing is, you should study this particular language, or this, how to do this particular task, you know, because there's a niche for that, there's a demand for that, and I want to know that, you know, as well. So please let me know. I don't think I got a reply from that cleric I sent to tell to, unfortunately. No, I think I may lost him. Okay, there's the reply. He says, I'm gonna log since. Alright, no problem, have a good one. So who all cleric LFG? Let's try that again. Nobody. Who all shaman LFG? No players. Who all druid LFG? I think a druid could handle this. No players. Okay. Who all healer LFG? I wish I could do that. Alright. Let's hit this guy with a Wrath. I mean, we're down to 77 mana. Maybe we should be holding it on right now. But I feel like hitting him with a Wrath and then hitting the semi-tank with a heal. There we go. So as a cleric, one thing I want to talk about, especially on Quarm, because on P99, aggro seems so much easier, but on Quarm, it is easy to pull aggro as a healer, as a nuker. So I really remember getting the trick down when I used to play back in the day in Classic. I was really good at not pulling aggro, and I still am for the most part. And the trick is heal the tank just before the end of the fight. Like, you start casting, and then right as the mob dies, then your heal lands on him. So that way that heal is not generating any aggro. It's pre-start of combat, right? Like, even if you're complete healing and you're like, well, he's still got 40%, like, it might be worth it to just drop that complete heal in there, or just throw him a superior heal, give him a little top off, so that way you can make sure he's got enough HP for you to let him do like 20%. The mob should go down at least 20% health. At least 10 is actually the number, but I would say, since when you complete heal, it generates a ton of aggro, so 20%. You want the mob to be able to go down 20% HP before you have to heal at all. So If the tank's around 50% and the fight's almost over, throw him a little patch heal, get him up to like 70%. That way in the next fight, you don't have to complete heal until much later in the fight. So here I am watching the mob's HP. It's at 44%, 37. It's going down pretty fast now. He's going to start running in a second. This is a good time. See, there he is running. My superior heal's going to land right now. And then the mob. And then he goes to pull. It's perfect time. So that way I'm not generating any aggro with the heal. Nukes generate slightly less aggro, but they do generate aggro. So nuke, you want to wait till the mob has lost even at least 10%. I would show you right now, but my mana's a bit low, so I'm not going to do that. That's another thing with cleric. I recommend, depending on how if the group is super easy and like almost no heals are needed, keep 50% of your mana pool. If the group could need heals, you got a enchanter who's charming and whatnot. Uh, oh, they're asking me, where the heck are you? That lunch is being cooked right now, and I didn't see. I'm like, sorry, I was recording a YouTube video ranting. I've really gotten much worse. I used to be really on top of watching group chat when I played. I think what it is like I just told them, I'm recording a video, I'm talking to you, so only got so much attention, right? So the enchanter hasn't been charming for a hot minute. I wonder what's going on with that. These guys hit a little hard, so I'm going to stun this phantom here. There we go, and I'm going to get ready to heal. I'm looking for a mana tick. There we go. Mana tick, and throw a superior heal out to my boy here. See, look, I thought I might get aggro on that one, but I was okay with it. I'm gonna throw a couple hits in there. There we go. I didn't get aggro that strongly. I just had to, after another second, I could sit down again. The problem is if you hit aggro hard early on, you basically can't sit down the whole fight. Who all cleric LFG? Who all shaman LFG? Who all druid LFG? Dang, man. Healers are in short supply right now. This is no good. It's not right. You probably didn't know why I laughed. It's because those words are from a Dr. Seuss book. It's like, who am I? My name is Ned. I do not like my little bed. This is not good. This is not right. Oh, wait. My feet stick out of bed all night. And when I pull my feet in, oh dear, my head sticks out of bed up here. There we go. I remember the whole thing, dude. Between reading it to my 3 kids and reading it to my students in school, I know word for word so much Dr. Seuss. You have no idea. I love Dr. Seuss though. He's the greatest, dude. Those books are so great. Like, oh, the places you'll go. That's a really good one. It's for older kids with more advanced English and like, consciousness, I guess, awareness. But it's really good. It's got a lot of good stuff. Fun books. All right, we're gonna throw in a nuke. We're at 80 mana, so I want to keep at least 70% mana pool ready. So if I'm at 70 or less, I'm not nuking. Just meting up to heal. There's no reason to take. You should have a plentiful amount of mana in case things go south. Uh-oh, I think lunch is pretty much ready. I hate to leave these guys hanging high and dry, but like real life's got to take priority. This is one of the things that makes me really hesitate about playing the cleric, because it's like sometimes healers are hard to come by and they're so important. And it really sucks when you have to leave. If you're just a monk, you know, or a necro or a wizard, or even enchanters are kind of the same, but not as bad. Like the group could manage without the enchanter better than without a healer at all. Anyway, we got some good XP going here. Push to 44 will be nice here in City of Mist. We've also got Marrow here in City of Mist. So we're going to be misting quite a bit, I think. Quite a bit. We might get aggro on that. I nuked him, I bashed him, and I stunned him. No, no aggro. Good. Alright, let's start refreshing Conus's buffs here because we are going to leave soon. So at least give him fresh buffage as a way of saying, sorry, I have to go, right? So we're going to use Symbol and Valor to heal. So remember, that's another thing I've talked about in my solo cleric, or not my solo, my grouping cleric videos is like, oh, how did he must have mended. Darn. So that burned that one. But when you rebuff with the HP buffs, it will heal for the amount of that HP buff if he still has the HP buff on, right? So it becomes a heal and it refreshes the buff duration. So when it's getting low, you don't have to wait till it's just gonna run out. When it's got like even as much as 5 minutes left, just pull it up and use it as a heal. Why not? Oh, this guy's really really working it. Jeez, let's throw a stun. I can't see because of that one pillar. Really? There we go. We got him stunned. Right before he went to get some more aggro. Looks like the enchanter's leaving too. When I leave. See, this is what happens when you're a healer and you leave and there's no rep. Everyone's just like, well, alright, I guess we're done. It sucks to be the guy to bring the group down. But people are being nice. They say, all good, thank you for the group. They're being real nice about it, which is cool. Boom, symbol of Pinzarn heal right there. One, two, three, four, five, six. What did I have in that 6th slot? I can't even remember now. I think I had a... Might as well put Holy Might there. Sounds like the group is breaking up when the time comes. They're like, no problem, it's 1 a.m. Alright, so that's cool. They're really cool. So maybe I shouldn't be so shy about grouping when I don't necessarily have a ton of time, you know? It's not so bad. That's what they're telling me. Word on the streets. Why is it not memming this spell? There we go. So yeah, another reason I don't get to play Sendrith much is because my friends don't really have characters around this level. Wolfdar's got his cleric that's 41, but 2 clerics, you know. I mean, we could do a duo thing, or even we're thinking about trying to group up together here in City of Mist, because there's enough undead to where 2 clerics isn't so bad. One's like a wizard, right? Or both are kind of like wizards. Know what I'm saying? So now that we know that the group is basically over, we're going to go on a bit of a mana burn here. It's polite to use the mana that you meted up in the group's time, right? Here we're going to do a little bit of tankage here. Hit him with a stun so he can't run. He's clearing to entrance. So we're bound here. We'll be doing this again. But anyway, guys, that's about all I got to say. Please, again, any thoughts, especially from people who have direct experience at any point or especially right now. Uh-oh. Oh, he fell in the hole. He fell in the hole. Oh, but he got out. I remember watching a video of a guy who fell in the hole and he couldn't get out and he died in there. It was a shaman guy. I forget the video maker's name. Dang, somebody's mana burning these mobs, dude. It's crazy. Like, look at it. I think the mage is just like, I'm burning all my mana here. I better join in, even though I'm already down to 58%. Alright, so here we go. Oh, I forgot to, I have got no sow right now, and I could. Where's my boots? There they are. So yeah, we did some nice grind. It's funny, someone called this the moat camp. They're like, I was doing up with them in the ranger. I was like, where are you? They're like, where? Oh, I'm at the moat. I'm like, I'm at the moat. I was at the real moat camp? You know? Are those called the ramparts? I don't know. I thought the moat was over by that building on the other end of the zone where you got the ramparts and the mobs run around. You've seen me there before on Sendrith, my favorite solo camp. I thought that was the moat, but apparently not. Why am I not able to cast right now? What's going on? Oh, it's because I'm typing. Okay, I didn't know I was typing. Like, how did that happen? Boom. Boom. Alright. That'll about do it, boys. Alright, guys, good luck. See you next time. Oh, I wanted to ask him for a fresh clarity. I've only got 7 minutes on it. Oh well. I didn't give him fresh buffs, so why should I be asking for him? Who is this Velios, and what does she want here? 36 Bard. Okay, what do you want? You want buffs? Is that what you want? Okay. I can try, but I don't think so. She wants me to bind her. Let's get a bind affinity up. Let's see if we can bind her. Wow, it does work. Give Canis a bind too. Alright, so we're gonna log off. Had a nice little run on Sendrith, a nice little rant. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video.